We talk all the time about lead generation on this show, and now we're talking about lead management and how to stop deals from slipping through the cracks. So, in case you missed it, the most exciting thing to happen at Carrot probably all year, now all Carrot members get access to the free tier of our brand new CRM designed specifically for real estate investors. So we're going to talk about it today. I got John and Carlos from the Carrot team who have been at the heart, at the core of this CRM, and we're going to show you what it does. Take a look at some of the cool features from like automated outreach to more of the advanced lead management so you can save time, track leads, and close more deals all in one place. That's what we're diving into today. Welcome, for those of you that are new, welcome to Evergreen Marketing Live by Carrot.com. This is where we teach you a new marketing tactic or something every week to help you master your online marketing so you can build a business of freedom and impact, hopefully. If you're live with us right now, pop questions in. This is interactive, and we'll answer questions later on in the show. If you're listening to the audio podcast portion or you're watching after the fact, join us every week at 11 a.m. Pacific in the Evergreen Marketing Facebook group at community.carrot.com for the interactive coaching call Q&A portion that we'll get to in probably about 10-15 minutes here. But John, Carlos, I'm super excited to dive in. Real quick, before we talk about CRM, just give me like 10-second intro. What do you guys do at Carrot? How'd you get here? Yeah, how'd you get here?
Kick us off, John.
Oh, I think you're muted.
Sure.
Okay, there we go. We're good.
There we go. Host unmuted me. I'm the group product manager. 10 seconds is hard to do this. Came into Carrot from InvestorFuse, which we'll talk about here, which was acquired by Carrot. I am in charge of the CRM and some kind of account level features, and I help Carrot with its roadmap for product.
Nice, man. So you've been in the investor land a long time, and you're in Gainesville, Florida. Nice.
I am in Gainesville, Florida, yes.
Sorry, that's not fair. 10 seconds is way too short. Carlos, you get 15.
Maybe one guy's trying to get all out. No, similar to John, I come from the InvestorFuse team as well. Carrot, longtime friends, mentor to us. So it was, seamless transition getting acquired, now part of the Carrot team. On sales and CX currently during InvestorFuse have worn a lot of hats, pretty much everything outside of like John's area, like building the software, support, everything like that, or else we'd probably be in trouble. But no, I love connecting with companies, seeing how they're using the CRM, acquisitions, mindset. I love all that type of stuff. And I grew up in Baltimore. That's where I wholesaled right after college, where we built Dan and John were building the original version of InvestorFuse. So we're using that in the wholesale business, and recently moved almost 3 years ago to Miami. So John and I both in Florida.
Nice. Awesome, man. Yeah, I love how you wholesaled right out of college. You've, been boots on the ground. You've wholesaled. You've been investing in real estate. That's
Had
really
a Carrot site. Had a Carrot site, actually.
Had a Carrot site long before there was the Carrot relationship. That's cool, man. Okay, so John, give us the backstory for InvestorFuse. We were talking before we went live on the podcast, and I was like, man, I don't want people to think that like Carrot just magically one day decided to come up with a CRM out of nowhere. That's not what happened. We didn't just say, hey, let's take a stab at CRMs and see if the website company can do CRMs now. That's not what happened. What's the real story?
Not what happened. Yeah, I mean, so InvestorFuse has been around for a long time, maybe 8-ish years now. So we were one of the first deployable real estate specific CRMs in the space for real estate investing, and quickly through time evolved into a product that we built ourselves, and just years and years of experience, changes in how people invest. I mean, like when we started, remote investing was not a thing at all. Nationwide wasn't a thing at all. It was just local markets. So our CRM is tried, trusted, and true. And to your point, right? So it is not a brand new thing. So Carrot CRM is a CRM that's been around for a long time that a ton of users use and people make a ton of money in. I think there's some stats on the sales page, which I don't have in front of me, but just like last year, just millions upon millions of dollars of profit generated through the CRM. And the exciting thing about it, and why it's such a great opportunity for the Carrot world, is like our CRM has been built to match to your process or the stage of business that you're in, right? From a beginner person to somebody starting to build a team to the high volume people doing, 20, 30, 40, 50 deals a month. And the system scales with you. And we're super excited to add on the free tier, which everybody in the world can have access to. You don't even have to have a Carrot web subscription, which is super exciting. There is no real estate specific CRM that is free. You could sign up for like a free Podio and, scratch your head and maybe slam it against your desk a couple times as you try to build something out. But you don't have to do that anymore. Now you can get something that works, is great, that guides you through the process, that helps you close deals from the very beginning of generating leads to the very end where you're transaction managing the process. So it's a super exciting world that we're in right now with Carrot CRM.
That's awesome,
Agreed.
man. Yeah, Carrot CRM is still newer to us and to me as well. But I love the thing that you said that stood out was it grows with you, it scales with you. So I want to kind of unpack that a little bit. I know you kind of just alluded to it, but tell me, like, what are the different phases of who the CRM is a good fit for? Give me the avatars of like who should be paying attention to or using CRM.
Yeah, well, everybody should be paying attention to it, but let's break it down. So we have 4 plans on the CRM. So there's a free plan, there's an essential plan, a scale plan, and then a team plan, and they perfectly match to everybody. So the free plan, if you just want to try a CRM, see what it's about, that works for you. But it's also only one user, so it is perfect for the person that's just starting, wants to keep their costs low, is trying out real estate investing, needs a place to put their leads, needs guidance on how to manage that lead. That's what the free plan is really meant for. The next plan, Essential, takes you up to 3 team members, and it starts to add in some features, mostly around like KPIs and then how much usage. So there are certain things inside the platform that we limit. So we have this really cool property reports, which is, if you're in the live Facebook group, we'll show you that later. And it enables you to look at property data. There's only 20 per month on the free plan. And then I think it goes up to like 50 on the next plan. So it's really matching like how many leads that you're generating, how many properties do you need to look up and see what the data is. And then same thing with stuff like sequences, the amount of sequences that you can, templates that you can run increase with the plans.
Follow-up sequences, like automated follow-up
sequence.
Gotcha.
Yeah, automated follow-up sequences. Yep. The next plan, Scale, is really starting to get about team members. So that takes you up to 5 team members. And then it gives you a lot more KPIs around your marketing. And it helps you start to manage, which one am I doing? Because by then, when you get to that level, it's like, okay, just one channel is not enough. I got to add another marketing channel. I got to add multiple marketing channels to provide enough leads for all the people I'm bringing into this team. And so you need to start analyzing what's the ROI, which one's working better, which one's generating the most leads, where should I reinvest my marketing dollars in? And it gives you a lot more features too, and stuff like autoresponders. So when somebody comes in from any kind of lead source, you can send out a specific auto-generated response to that lead source.
Nice.
And just a lot of kind of more automated features. And then our final plan is the team one. That's 10 plus users. And that's where like our employee scorecard comes into. That's where you're out of the kind of, I'm not doing acquisitions. You're probably not doing transactions management anymore. Now I'm a manager. I need to monitor my team. I need to understand what are their KPIs. How many calls are they making? What's the total talk time? How many calls are they on that's over 5 minutes? Just the kind of data that you need to have the right conversations to empower your team to be successful at acquiring and closing deals.
Nice. I like that, man. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense how it totally scales with you too. It's funny, I just got off a podcast with Carrot member Jeremy Resmer. He's been investing for 8 years, been Carrot user for a long time, and yeah, that's where he is. He's like, he's got a team. He needs to be able to see the team and see what their KPIs are. He's not out there closing deals anymore, but yeah, that's really cool. Quick side note, anybody that's with us live right now, I would love to know, I'm just out of my curiosity, what CRM are you using? If you're using a CRM, are you using Yellow Pad, or have you advanced to a spreadsheet, or are you using a legitimate CRM? But let us know how the heck you manage your leads if you're on live with us. I'm just really curious. Carlos, I'll let you take this one. John, pipe in, whoever. What are some of your favorite and or like the core features that Investor Views, Carrot CRM members have found most helpful to them?
Yeah, for sure. I think, I'm showing my age a little bit here, but for those who have been wholesaling for a while, I think like Podio, kind of John alluded to it a little bit, like Podio and just throwing a couple free apps in there, we're kind of like the norm to get started. We're either be free, maybe per user. The free Carrot CRM has an incredible amount of features for, especially for not getting charged for anything. Like, it's actually incredible. Between being able to integrate with all your different marketing tools, the property reports that come in, and even drip campaigns, they're more commonly called drip campaigns that we call sequences, is super, super impressive and super, super helpful. So I'm pumped to get that out to more people. I think my favorite feature, though, I call this when I'm talking to people about Carrot CRM Investor Fuse, I think my favorite feature that's actually like a revenue generating feature is the auto response, the automatic campaigns that go out when a lead comes in. So perfect example for you guys listening on the Carrot website. You guys could be on a call like this, getting some education. You might be in like a biz dev type meeting with vendors, on the phone with another seller. If you're able to have a custom text message go out right away to the seller that can pull their first name, funnel them back to some type of helpful resource on your Carrot website, like a testimonial about us, how the process works buying their property, and then hit them with a similar email 2 minutes later, that's the biggest revenue generating feature or one of them in the system. So I absolutely love that. And that's like mandatory for anything that's coming in from your Carrot website. I think that's kind of like the most applicable, biggest revenue generating activity for you guys, or feature for you guys.
Yeah. Would you say it's almost like insurance if you can't get back to them immediately?
It's exactly what I call it. It's
Okay.
like taking out an insurance policy on your marketing. So you're a good man, Brady. That's exactly what I call it. Because ideally, we do focus on manual actions. Like, you guys know this who have been wholesaling, or maybe you guys are just getting into it. Like, manually following up and having conversations with people is going to be the most effective. But if you're not able to call them in under 5 minutes, or even 1 minute, if it's an inbound lead, SEO lead, PPC, whatever, that's a very, very good insurance policy to have out. Hey, John, this is Carlos. Just letting you know, just saw your property. I'm going to give you a call when I get in the office. If you want to check out how our process works, or the benefits of selling off market to an investor versus listing it, check out this link here. Schedule some time. There's a lot of different CTAs that you can put on there, but I think the biggest principle is just like, hey, we're a real company. We care about you. We want to help you. Check us out, and we'll be with you shortly.
Nice. How many people have that set up before? I was going to say before coming into a CRM. I guess what I'm asking is like, is that a big light bulb moment for investors when they realize like, oh crap, I don't have any follow up in place?
Yeah, it could be. That's the auto response, dude. It's funny. I remember Matt in Arizona, Matt Bonestrew, I believe.
Yep. Mobile home
Before
Matt.
the gold, yeah, mobile home Matt. Before the Gold Canyon retreat a couple years ago, when we were out in Arizona, he was just getting an email notification and just like hitting up leads within an hour, a couple hours. He's like, that's pretty good, right? Like, when I talk to him, he's like, that's pretty good, right? I'm like, oh man, Matt, like, we can definitely clean this up a little bit. So that's like the first person that came to mind. So yeah, I would say majority of people probably don't have it as dialed in as we do, and you can customize it for any way leads are coming in, which is cool too. So let's say you have that one that I mentioned for the Carrot website. You can obviously funnel them back to certain things on your Carrot website. You can allude to that. You're getting their first name. If someone's maybe like cold calling, like doing outbound marketing, you may not need that, or it's not like mandatory in my opinion, because they're just getting off the phone with somebody. They may be getting off the phone with somebody else on your team that's doing the cold calling for you. If you want to seem a little bit more like buttoned up and professional, though, you could send an automatic email or text that says, hey, thanks for talking to our sales team. We're going to have a home buying specialist reach out to you shortly. That's almost more of a professionalism thing versus like a revenue generating activity of like, hey, you're actually communicating with this lead when they requested to chat with you. So you can customize a few different things there depending on how the lead is coming in, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Follow up specific to the lead source. I like that.
Exactly.
That's really cool, man. I didn't know that. Nice. So we got some comments live here. Thanks guys for chiming in. This is helpful for us to have the context. So we got Freedom Soft. We got Joe says Podio. Casey's using Follow Up Boss, and then someone with a YouTube channel name. This is the best YouTube channel name I've seen in a little while. Old School Tried and Tested. You've piqued my curiosity, man. He said started learning Go High Level, but not sure, so that's why I'm here. So we got these are all over, and there's even more CRMs, but that's what people are using. Let's do this. Let's talk about a little more things here just on the audio podcast portion, and then we'll just jump into a demo here in a minute. How often should investors be logging into their CRM, and what are the main core things they should be paying attention to?
I'll start, John, and back me up on this one. So leads are somewhat the lifeblood of your business, as far as like opportunities to monetize, make monetization in your business. So for a CRM, I think at minimum, I think John made a good point earlier before we kicked off. Like, if you're actively marketing and you have leads, you're probably in your CRM a good bit, checking it multiple times throughout the day. Most of the time that you're actually like working 9 to 5 or whenever that is, you're probably in there a good bit of time, checking in on leads, seeing where things are at, following up, managing your team, seeing if they're doing follow up. So I know that's somewhat of a general answer, but you're in the CRM a good bit, probably multiple times throughout the working hours of whatever your work day looks like that particular day.
Okay, nice. What should we be checking? What are you doing in there?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's 2 areas to focus. And what I love about Carrot CRM is we make it so simple. There are CRMs that have a ton of bells and whistles. It's easy to get lost in there. You don't have full clarity on what you should be doing and how you can be as efficient with your time as possible so you can focus on other things in business outside of business. 2 areas you guys want to focus on, and we made it super simple. Actions, that's essentially a digital to-do list of what you're responsible for doing. And then if you're in a team, you can check on what other individuals are responsible for doing. And it's really easy to see, hey, this stuff's overdue for me. This stuff's overdue for this person in my company. Here's what's due today. Here's what's scheduled up in the future. And then opportunities, which is essentially the subject property and the seller. And same thing, we built the interface and kind of the UI the same exact way, where I can see, hey, these are my properties or my seller leads that I'm the core person responsible for them. And then I can look at other people and see, like, here are Brady's leads, here are John's leads, really easy. So we make it super simple. I like stuff simple. We make the product the same exact way with Carrot CRM. You can log in, have really easy ability to have clarity on what you're supposed to be doing in the actions and opportunities.
Yeah, I think the simplicity is like so undervalued. And it's honestly a reason why a lot of people, and even some of the bigger teams, especially the bigger teams, come to us from places like Salesforce or other things like out there that do have the bells and whistles, is that their team is driving deals, driving leads, and trying to acquire business. And they don't need bells and whistles. They need a process. They need the ability to be accountable to the sellers and what they're telling the sellers. And that's what our action system has been really built to do. It's easy to get into. People can pick it up in 30 minutes and start driving these leads forwards. But it always kind of guides you through the process. So you start out with like a call new lead action on an opportunity. And then when you go in and complete that, it says, hey, did you get in contact with the seller? Yes or no. And then depending upon what option you choose, it will direct you down a different path. So if you say yes, it's going to move you to the appointment action, but you can always override that if you're not doing in-person appointments. If you say no, it's going to say, all right, you need to do call attempt number 2. And honestly, like, people get so wrapped up into the bells and whistles and the shiny objects. And it's like, what is it that I can do to, I don't want to say gamify, but like enhance this process and make it easier when I know so many high volume teams, and it is the amount of phone calls that they make, the amount of texts that they make, the amount of times that they are touching these people, and the amount of times that they're touching them in a quick succession, especially within the first 7 days of that opportunity coming into the system. And people love how simple it is inside of the CRM to just focus on what are the promises that you're making to the seller. How do you stay accountable to those promises? And because those promises ultimately mean moving that deal forward, what communication do I need to give them? When do I need to follow up with them? They were going to think about it. Let me touch base with them. All of that is really easy to input and stay on top of inside of the CRM.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I've used other CRMs, and you're spot on. It's all about like, what are the bells and whistles? How many things can we cram into a piece of software? So I think you've piqued people's curiosity with like, okay, there's only the 2 most important things. Let's do this. We'll wrap the podcast portion of this. I want to jump in and see what this actual guidance looks like, how a CRM kind of helps you track the flow of a lead. So let's dive into that. For anybody listening to the podcast portion or watching after the fact, we're going to jump into the Q&A. John's going to do a little bit of demo. We're going to see how all this works. So pop your questions in the chat. Let us know, and we will answer them. But that's the podcast. Join us next week for the next live podcast. Sweet. All right. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, like I said, put them in the chat. But John, let's do this, man. Let's dive in. Pull the curtain off. Let's take a look at CRM, look under the hood, and see what's going on. Let's take a look at your screen, and I want to kind of walk through the flow of a lead. Maybe just give us like a rundown of like the interface as a whole, and then we'll kind of go through like the flow of a lead.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so I'm opening up here. I'm on the dashboard, just showing me some kind of KPIs and interesting information about my opportunities. I do want to kind of like immediately dive into what we were just talking about. Which is, how do I stay on top of my leads? How do I kind of move through this action-based system? And that's all done here inside the Actions tab. So when I open this up, I've only got one kind of thing to take care of, and I've got to call new lead. I'm unfortunately very overdue on it, but that's okay. But let's kind of walk through this, right? So I'm now in an action, and you'll see that I'm now in the opportunity. I've got the address up at the top. I've got the seller's kind of information. I can click around to the other tabs here and see information, what kind of campaign it came in through. If I have any property details, I can see that in the form here. I'm going to save property data for later. But there's a lot of information there. But Actions is the most important thing. And what we try to do is make it so simple for people to just get on the phone, right? And so I've got the phone number here. If I'm using my smartphone connected VoIP solution, I can click to call. If you've got something else out there, you can definitely use it. But smartphone does integrate directly into the CRM and posts all the activity and actually relates to the KPIs. I just start answering the questions. So if I say I couldn't reach the seller, like I said, it does call attempt, assigns it to me, and it sets it due tomorrow. If I change that to I got a hold of the seller, it's going to say, do you need to change any information about the seller? Do you want to add an email address? Anything about the opportunity, the property information that you want to add in there? And then you move on to what's next. And I used the phrase, the promise that I'm making to the seller. And that's what I really treat this action-based system as. What's the next most important thing that you need to do to move this deal forward? So it suggests the appointment, but I can choose anything else that I want in here. So maybe I need to do due diligence. Maybe I need to follow up with them. Maybe I'm actually going to record a verbal offer. I do all of that via the action-based system. A lot of CRMs out there, it's like I've got my tasks, and my tasks tell me to like go do something. And then once I had finished doing that something, I then got to go back to where all the information is. I got to like remember what status to change it to. Mm-hmm. None of that happens in here. It all happens through this action system, and it sets all the information. So let's just say I do record verbal offer. So I'm going to say, I told this person 240. They're considering it. I could write some notes in there if I wanted to. And then it says, okay, you just recorded a verbal offer. So the next thing you need to do is follow up on that offer, and you should probably do it tomorrow. And so I go, yeah, I should. And then I've got these instructions, and these are like little tidbits for me to say, okay, when you get to this tomorrow, what is it that you should remember? He was going to chat it over with his wife, right? So then I complete that action, and it's going to go in the background. It's going to change this opportunity. It's going to set these KPIs and do a lot of different things. And what you'll start to see is even when I go to the info tab now, at the very top, I've got this call out. An active verbal offer was made by who, for how much, on what day. Nice. And then I go back into those actions. When I return the next day at the very top, hey, here are these instructions that John wrote about just this specific action, right? He was going to chat it over with his wife. So I'm always like up to date and relevant to what's going on. There's a lot of different things in here too that you can do. There's a whole note section. I can write a whole kind of brief about what's happening with this opportunity. And then inside the info tab, I go down here. I've got this activity and communication log. Everything that I just did, when I did it, is being tracked. I can see all of that information. I can even see those instructions that I put. It's all being recorded, so I can look back at it and stay kind of up to date. And this really, like, it's still important when you're at a small level, but when you start to get busier and busier, like I think the number that we talk about is like 100. Like when you start to get over like 100 things going on inside of your CRM, you start to forget things. Mm-hmm. Depending upon the person. I know me personally, I'm way less than 100. But you start to go up to that number and it's like, oh my gosh, who's this person? What was going on? And the ability to put detail and keep it organized and see it inside the CRM becomes incredibly important. But let's say you're the beginner, right? You're the beginning investor. Maybe you're doing this part-time. It's not your full-time gig, and you're doing another job to kind of fund your ability to start real estate investing. That's still an important conversation too, because you got a lot going on in your life, a lot to remember. So building those habits of being detailed inside of your CRM will only increase your ability to be successful as you go kind of forward into the future.
Absolutely, man. This is great, and I love how I love how I think it was on the info or on the actions tab, how it just automatically changed. Boom. Okay, now your next action is follow up on offer. It's super clear. You don't have to do what you would have to do with most CRMs, which is okay. I got to go in, change the status, do X, Y, Z. It's just very intuitive and it flows.
Yeah, and you got to like write a manual task, like a manual task, and say
the Podio. Yeah, the Podio folks may resonate with this, John, where you mentioned like with the tasks, when they pile up in Podio or other CRMs like that aren't action based, you almost start getting like numb to them, like the notifications, when it's just like you have a bunch of stuff that piles up versus action based. It's like, no, this is like the guidepost stuff of what's going to take leads like down your pipeline or out of your pipeline, either closed deals, dead, whatever.
Notifications just becomes like this thing you just get used to clearing. How fast can I get rid of all the notifications? Yeah, you're numb to it. Jim O'Connell's asking, are we looking at free included CRM?
Yep, we are. There are a couple of features we may get into that aren't in that, and I'll definitely call them out. But everything we have said so far is in the free and included CRM.
Nice. Yeah. And just to mention for people to miss the beginning, yeah, if you have a Carrot account, if you're an active Carrot member, if you have a Carrot site, you can opt into the Carrot CRM for free. Let's see. Another question comment here is that thank you guys for your time, and this is great content. Looks easier than Go High Level. How many websites can we create on the CRM? I want to create multiple. I don't know if they meant websites or maybe they meant another vernacular. So the websites will be through Carrot. So yeah, so you're not creating any websites through the CRM. This is just to manage your leads, if that makes sense.
Yeah, leads from the site come in here.
Yeah, you can make multiple sites inside of Carrot depending upon your subscription on the web side of the Carrot platform. And then, yeah, those directly integrate into the CRM. You can see it over here on the left-hand side. I don't have any in my demo account here, but there's a Carrot integration. It loads up the sites. You click into the site. It shows all the forms that you have on that site, and then you can choose, do these forms come in or don't come into the CRM? If you go over to the Carrot website of stuff, you can still see all the leads, all the raw entries coming into those sites and forms. So it's all very integrated between the two.
Nice. I said, okay, thanks. Yeah, maybe the question was how many websites can you integrate to the CRM, but there's not a limit on how many websites you can send leads from into the CRM.
There is no limit on any kind of lead sources. And this was a conversation that we had at the very beginning of CRM. We're like, should we limit people to like how many lead sources? But honestly, like what we kind of came down to is like, people try different things out. They might want to try PPC. They might want to try, texting. They might want to try cold calling. And a CRM is only as successful as the amount of like getting all your leads in one place, making it the hub of your business. So you can connect anything into here. We have a Zap that enables you to connect any kind of outside source. And then if you do get one of our paid Carrot CRM plans, you get connected with one of our integration specialists. And their whole job is to say, where are you generating leads? Is it 5 different places? They will go do that job for you. And they'll connect everything into here. We've integrated over 70 plus different vendors into the CRM to make sure that all your leads can be in one place and to make it hassle-free and headache-free for you.
Nice. Okay, so we got another question. Joe Camiso says, I have 2 Carrot websites. Are the leads separated or is it under one login for the CRM?
Yeah, it's under one login. So I won't get into the technical vernacular of how we made that happen, but it's under one. And what you'll kind of see on your side is that we generate multiple campaigns for your sites. So you'll go into the campaign section after you opt into the CRM. And if you have a Carrot account, just log into your carrot.com account. And the very top in this orange bar, you'll see Carrot CRM. Just click on it and say, yes, I want in. It's going to open up the CRM and it will automatically start the integration and the migration of your existing leads. You can always roll back the migration, but you'll see a different campaign per site listed out inside your campaign section. The leads will be imported per site as well. And then, you'll see them classified out that way.
Super
nice. Nice. Okay, so we got a couple more questions coming in. I love this. Let me cover this before we move on. John, for people who have not messed around with the free CRM at all and their Carrot members, how can they opt in? Where do they find it? Let's cover that and we'll answer some questions.
All right, so just go to carrot.com, hit login, look at the orange nav bar in the top and click Carrot CRM. It'll take you to a page with a button that says, yes, I want in or something like that. You click that and then that's it. You're done. Everything else happens for you in the background.
Sweet. I love that. Log in, click Carrot CRM at the top, opt in. That's it. Okay, nice.
Boom.
One other thing before I forget, we are running for a limited time right now. We're running a sale on Carrot CRM Essentials plan. We're doing 15% off your first 3 months. So if you guys have toyed around with the free version, you're like, you know what, I want to unlock some more features, some more usage. I'll put a link in the description. Should be showing up right now, or in the chat. Check that out. Check out the promo we have going on. But yeah, play around with the free version, see how you like it, and let us know if you have any questions. Just want to let you guys know that sale's running. Okay, a couple more questions. Let's see. We had a referral come in from real estate agent today. How can we outsource into the CRM outside Carrot and or upload lists?
You can do all of those things. So let's kind of walk through the kind of available options. So I would definitely recommend, you want to track all these things via campaigns. Campaigns sum up all your KPIs, give you information into how that kind of part of your business is doing. So I would personally come into my campaign list here. I would make a new campaign. I would call it like agent referral, let's say. And then what you can do is you just go to the opportunity section of the CRM, hit this plus sign in the top left right-hand corner, and then you just start inputting the information, and then you attach a campaign. So you would attach it to that agent referral campaign. And then, you can do it automatically. So if you have a Carrot site, you could create just a page by itself, create a new form on there which will automatically integrate into the CRM and input the leads. If you're using other services out there, you can use the Zapier connection. Yes, leads come in either manually or automatically. It does not have to be just a lead from your Carrot site.
Nice. Okay, I like that. Pretty easy. Quick question here. How much for one Carrot website? $89. Old school, tried and tested. Just go to carrot.com/pricing. $89. And we got a 30-day money back guarantee. So you can go to carrot.com, sign up for an account for a month, try the Carrot website, try the CRM. If you don't like it, cancel it, whatever. But yeah, $89 and it comes with the CRM. Let's see. Casey, is a CRM mobile friendly? Can we add leads on the go, driving for dollar style?
Yeah, Casey, great question. So it is mobile friendly. I don't know if this works in StreamYard, so I'm going to try it though. Hey, look, it does. So I can shrink down my screen and everything is mobile friendly. So I can open up the CRM on the go. You'll see the plus sign here. I can still click it on the go, still add in the information. We don't have we don't have a mobile app by itself yet. But hey, watch out for that news in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. All right. Let's see. It says, easy sell home buyers. I've noticed some of my leads have imported in the new Carrot CRM. Is there anything one might need to do?
No, we have noticed a little issue with that. Is currently being worked on right now with our developers. So they are going through and finding there's of the people that have opted in, there's a small percentage right now that did not work automatically. It is being fixed today. So you'll see your sites and your leads migrated in very shortly.
Bingo. I love that, man. Sweet. Let's see. Okay, we got some questions coming from Facebook too. Thanks for passing those through, Braden. Mike Wall, what's up, Mike? Always on these live streams. I appreciate you hopping on. He said, do your Carrot leads go directly into the dashboard?
Yeah, I mean, that will follow all of your Carrot, your direct Carrot integration. So anything coming in from your Carrot site comes in, will show on the dashboard. We'll track into campaigns. All of that stuff will be inside of here.
Nice. And you might have already said this, John, but for people that are used to logging into their Carrot account and seeing the Carrot lead manager, that lead manager still exists as a very slimmed down, simplified, like, hey, what are the leads that came into my Carrot website?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, the lead manager is still there. It is not going away as of today. We might change it eventually as we, continue to learn from customers using the CRM to be just a kind of raw list of here are my leads. But yeah, as of today, the lead manager has not gone away, and nor do we have any immediate plans to change that.
Okay, nice. Let's see. I think that might be all of the questions we have. If you guys have any more questions, let us know in the comments. We'll hang out for a few more minutes. John, Carlos, what are a couple other things people should be paying attention to in the CRM, or what are some of the things that Carrot CRM members just love doing in the CRM?
Yeah, let me show you the new property report. This is brand new, even to the investor fuse land. It's something that we built for the CRM. We know there's a lot of data providers out there. Data is a lot more accessible, and we wanted to bring it all together. So we have this kind of brand new property report. I don't know if there's a real address, so let's see if this works. I go to my property data tab and I hit fetch property report. Hey, look, it worked. And it will bring in that property. However, this is definitely a commercial property. So let me find a single family. Here we go. So here we go. So here's a single family house in Denver. You'll see this here. This is comps. So here's the house. I can click on this and view comps that have sold around it. I can see when was the last sale date, how long have they owned it for, what an estimated value is, the estimated mortgage balance, the open mortgage balance, ownership information, property information, lot information, tax information, current mortgages, mortgage history, last sale information, total sale history, demographics, neighborhood, and schools. So all of this is populating, and this is a kind of restricted feature, meaning you only get a certain amount of these per month based off of the plan that you're on. So if you're on the free plan, you get 20 of these. The essential plan is 50, and then it goes all the way up. The team plan gets 200 per month. But you open these up and you've got all this data. You don't have to go somewhere else to research it. And this is just the first iteration of this data where we're waiting for people to give us feedback on this report. What is it they like? What is it they feel is missing? So we can kind of continue to enhance it. But we're very, very excited about this. We have had property data at Investor Fuse for a long time, but not to this detail. We never had comps. So people were always having to go to like outside tools to continue doing research. We wanted to bring that all in and make it so that even on our free plan, you've got the ability to look up really great property data.
That is awesome. That is so awesome. It's one less opportunity to open a new tab and get distracted and forget you were doing. If you're me,
yeah,
I love having it all in one spot. That's a lot of data.
It is a lot of data.
Data upgrade's amazing, and that's what I was saying earlier. Like the free CRM, you're getting this type of data report in here for free. You're piping your Carrot leads in for free, drip campaigns for free. I mean, it's pretty nice.
That's crazy, and I like how we're still giving away. You said 20 reports on the free CRM, 20-day reports.
Yep, per month, 20 reports.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, we're coming up on time here. Got a couple more questions, and then we'll kind of wrap it up. Guys, next week, we're going to be hopping on with John and Carlos again next week, doing sort of a lead management 101 and diving more into these. And as we go on with Evergreen Marketing Live, we'll have recurring content on lead management. So it's not like, oh, we're only going to talk about and show CRM once and teach you guys lead management once and then never again. This will be a part of a mix of our episodes. But anyways, let's see. 2 quick questions we can cover. One says, so if we purchase a Carrot website, is the free CRM free to use? Yes, it is.
You don't even have to purchase a website. Just to say, if you're out there and you're like,
oh yeah,
I mean, Carrot websites are great, and I think you should be using Carrot websites. But if you're not, you could still get into the free CRM as well. Do you have that link, Brady? If not, I'll pass it to you.
I didn't have that handy. I was ill prepared for that. Would you mind passing that along?
I got
pass that along.
And then Easy Sale Homebuyer says, also, can you import leads from other CRMs to the new Carrot CRM?
You sure can. So inside of your settings here, you have an opportunity import and a contact import. So the reason you can use different ones, contact is just the contact. So it's like your buyers. Opportunity import will import opportunities and their connected contact as sellers. It's a really great process. It just walks you through it. You download the template, you put everything into that, you map, you validate, it checks for duplicates. It does a whole bunch of different things as you import these all into them. And if there's something wrong with it, you just roll it back and they're all gone.
Nice. That's easy enough, man. Yeah.
We try to aim for easy.
It's surprising. It's jarring to me because with software, especially with CRMs, you expect it to be a 9-step process and complicated. So when you're like, you explain it that fast, I'm like, wait, what else do I have to do?
We've gone through iterations, and that's the advantage here. Like, and we talked about at the beginning of this, this is not a new CRM. Like, this has been around for years, and we have gone through trials and tribulations. Our import used to be horrible. And it used to take forever, and it used to be just a nightmare. And we're like, let's fix this. This is important for people coming into a CRM. How do we make this simple? How do we make it flexible? How do we make it, be able to do what it needs to do easily?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, for anyone that missed that, the term Carrot CRM is new, but the bones of Carrot CRM are far from new. This has been tried, tested, used by investors all over the U.S. to generate millions upon millions of revenue. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, let's do this, John. Somebody was asking, let's see, Old School Tried and True said, okay, thank you guys for all your help. I'll be purchasing a Carrot website. Awesome, man. Super excited to help you out. Yeah, if you have any questions, let us know. Easy Sell Homebuyer said, where are the pricing for the different levels, and could you talk about the differences? Let's do that. John, if we'll wrap it up, and if you want to pull up that link that Carlos put through.
Here you go. All right. Here are the 4 different plans. So there's free for $0 a month, essentials $69 a month, scales $179, and team is $349. So we kind of talked about a little bit at the beginning. Free is only one user. You get 3 sequence templates. That's not how many automated follow-up sequences you can run. It's how many templates there are. And those increase through the plans, and you can see this all here. So does the users increase through the plans. Then those property reports that I was talking about, 20, 50.
The 3 sequence templates, that's Carlos, you refer to them as drip campaigns. So you can have 3 different drip campaigns set up on the free plan, correct?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you can run them on as many of them as you want, as many opportunities as you want. But yeah, in terms of the content that's going out, the template behind that, you're limited there. And then KPIs continue to increase across the board. And then you don't get the electronic signatures until you're in the paid plans. And some of the other things, and maybe we do this in like a future because they start to get real big. So like our workflows and our groups are like incredibly powerful feature to divide up your leads, to categorize them, and people do them different ways based off region, based off of like team member level. Like I need my junior acquisitions here, my senior acquisitions over here. And then we have like a lot of like the employee scorecard, the my scorecard, the mini dashboard is really focused on high volume people and their ability to kind of come in and manage people inside the team. So it really does scale with your business and what it is that your business needs to be accomplishing at the level that you're at. Every plan, I haven't shown a single feature that's not available in every plan so far. Correct me if I'm wrong, Carlos, and there's a lot of things I didn't touch on. Like I haven't talked about resurfacing. I briefly mentioned groups. There's workflows. There's external sending. I mean, there's so much here, but we fit it in the right way, and it's not overwhelming. The bells and whistles aren't distracting. It's all there to enhance your ability to acquire deals, basically.
Nice. I love it. Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, we don't want to spoil all the surprises. So yeah, next week we'll talk about this too. And like I mentioned, we'll be covering this in a regular cadence as a part of the Evergreen Marketing Live show. So thanks, John, for walking through that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let me double check. That's all the questions, right, Braden? We didn't miss anything. All right. And this is just where we awkwardly botch the outro and we just hang out on here for a while and just just kidding. Yes, Easy Sell Homebuyers. Is there a link for the 15% discount? Let me paste it through again. Right here.
It's up at the top too here on this page. Better tools, better results, save 15% on CRM today.
Yeah.
See the deal.
Yeah, at the time, if you're listening live at the time of recording this, if you just go to carrot.com, there's that big green bar at the top of the website where you can get 15% off on the Essential Plan. We don't know how long we're going to be running that maybe a few days, maybe a few weeks. We'll see. It's brand new, so we're just testing the waters and looking for feedback. So yeah, that's about it for today. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Let us know what questions you have. Feel free to come through Carrot Chat, jump in the Facebook community, community.carrot.com. Let us know your questions and give us your feedback. If you see something you're not clear on or you want to see added to it, which you probably won't with Carrot CRM because it's all in there. Like it does everything you need to do. But if you see something or if you have questions, let us know. We're in there. We're helping you out. We're answering questions. And we would just love your feedback and would love to hear your thoughts on what you think of this, how it stacks up against Podio, FreedomSoft, any of the other real estate CRMs. So yeah, let us know. But John, Carlos, thanks guys for hopping on, and we'll all be back in next week.
Awesome. See you guys next week.
See you guys.